Hi friends of Jubilee Plus, it's great to have you with us for another of our Monday Mercy videos. And this morning I want to talk about a warning Jesus gives to the religious people of his day. He says, woe to them. And one of the reasons he says, woe to you scribes and Pharisees, woe to you people who outwardly look like you're religious, like you're following God. He says, woe to you because you tithe. So you do some of your religious duties that you're supposed to do, but you have neglected the weightier matters of the law. The weightier matters. What are the weightier matters that they've neglected? He says basically it's mercy, justice, and faithfulness. Isn't that interesting that actually when Jesus is looking at the whole of the law, I think there are over 600 laws in the Old Testament, that actually he says to them, you are observing some of your religious duties, you are doing some of the things that God actually told you to do, but woe to you. It's pretty serious, it's pretty heavy. Woe to you, for you have neglected the weightier matters. Basically what Jesus is saying is that there are some things that are more important than others. And faithfulness, mercy, and justice are among those things. And so these mercy videos, we're looking at the fact that God is a God of mercy. God is a God of justice. And he's also a God who is faithful to us. He keeps his promises. He keeps his covenants that he makes with us. We can trust him every single day to be exactly who he says he is. And as children of God, we are called to imitate him, to be like our Father in heaven, which means we need to take these weightier matters very, very seriously. So I love this quote. Someone gave me this quote this week. Let me read it to you. It really struck me. It says, "Isn't it sad and strange that we burned people at the stake for using incorrect formulas or church protocols? But to my knowledge, we never burned anyone at the stake for not taking care of the widows and orphans. Yet the Apostle Paul considered this the one essential when he receives his mandate from Peter, John and James at the First Council of Jerusalem." Have a look at Galatians 2 verse 10. "Knowledge was made into the primary power by much of our Christian and most of human history, whereas Jesus and Paul in his footsteps clearly taught that love is the strongest and highest form of power." And it is interesting, isn't it? Because I know I can get tangled up in all sorts of religious or faith-based or whatever you want to call it, like kind of arguments. I can be like, as long as I'm doing A, B, and C, as long as I'm praying, as long as I'm reading my Bible, as long as I'm going to church, then actually I am, living a life that's following Jesus. But Jesus himself says, you can do all those things. You can tithe. You can give generously to your church leaders and bring your offerings to their feet to distribute as they see fit. But actually, if you've neglected the weightier matters of mercy and justice, then actually God is saying woe to you. It's something for us to take very seriously. It's something for us to be very sober about. It's something for us to examine our own hearts, come before God, and like it says in the Psalms, search me, God, know me. Is there any offensive way in me? And basically to come and say, God, I want to do everything that you've called me to. I don't want to do some things and not other things. I don't want to be preoccupied with certain things and not other things. I want to live in the way of love. What does it look like for us to love well? I'm asking myself this question at the moment, like really wrestling with it before God, wanting to be someone who loves God with my whole heart, but knows that so often I fall short of that. Wanting to be someone who loves people with my whole heart, but again, so often falling short of that, so often loving people only if they love me back and so on. And I know for some of you, you'll be able to resonate with that, you'll be able to relate to that. So I just wanted to provoke us, myself, as much as anyone, that actually let's not neglect these weightier matters. Let's place just as much importance on mercy and justice as we do on all the things that might naturally become or be more important to us. Let's be mindful this week and beyond of saying to God, please make the things that are weighty to you be weighty to me as well. Please help me to care more and more about the things that matter to you, about the things that are on your heart. And we know that actually predominantly that is about us loving God and loving our neighbour as ourselves. So what does it look like this week to love God wholeheartedly? What does it look like to love the things that he loves? Mercy, justice, and so on. What does it look like to love the people around you well? in this week and beyond. I'm challenged by it. I'm seeking God for it. I hope this is a helpful provocation to you to join me in that, to do likewise. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you back here for next week's Monday Mercy video.